try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a
What up, Fin fans? Welcome to another episode of the Fin Posse Podcast. I'm your host, Big C, and this is brought to you by Game Changers Media. Thank God it's Friday. How is everybody doing this Friday morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Good morning, Michael, Elwood, Timothy. George Kittle, huh? Glenn, the OG Glenn is in the house. Good morning, Glenn. George Kittle, huh? Where are you hearing that at, Michael? I think it's called Free. I think it's called Free, Timothy. Cosa Nostra, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So Michael says that he thinks that the Dolphins are going after George Kittle. Good morning, shake. Shake it all about. Shake, Sonora. You're just thinking. Yeah, I mean, it would have to depend on what his contract looks like. I mean, George Kittle's a great player. He's a great player. He's a great blocker. He's a great receiver. Great all-around player. If Mike McDaniel could cook up 2 tight end set with him and Jonnu, I mean, that'd be awesome, but that'd be a lot of money, and I'm sure it would cost us some important draft capital. Jose says George Kittle would be a waste of money and probably will get hurt. Should not be drafting a safety with a 13th pick. No, sir. Yeah, I agree. I don't think safety is a premium position that you waste on the 13th pick on. Uh Not that Nick Emery and Malachi Starks aren't great players. They are. They are. But if you look at the NFL doesn't value the safety position. They just don't value it like they do other positions. If you look back at the last 5 NFL drafts, I think a total of 5, maybe 6 safeties have been taken in the last 5 years in the first round. There's multiple years that there hasn't been a safety taken in the first round at all. Multiple years. I think the last safety taken in the first round of the draft was Hamilton from Baltimore, maybe 2 years ago. Who do you select if Starks, Johnson, Will Campbell, or Graham is sitting at 13? Well, I think you got to take best player available then, Glenn. Don't you? Don't you got to go Graham? Don't you got to go Graham? Now, Glenn, you had talked me into, it's easier to get a top talent corner and plug them in right away than it is to, to start a second round corner and get them to start. But at the same time, a cornerback position has a higher bust rate, I think, than a defensive tackle does. Corner has a higher bust rate than a defensive tackle does. And I feel like the value you get with Mason Graham, he's talked about as one of the top 3-4 players in the whole draft. I don't think you can pass on him. I don't think you can pass on him. Morning, Miller. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hit that like button. Listen, we're going to do a few mock drafts today. So I don't want to waste too much time because I want to get through a couple and I want to use a couple different draft sites. I do really like the NFL draft buzz because they offer players. I just like it. You know what I mean? I like it a lot. But we're gonna start off with the NFL mock drafts database because they're gonna give us a grade. They're gonna give us a grade. Can't pass on Grant. Michael says, "Listen, if we're taking Grant, I think we trade down a little." Glenn says, "Me either. I think we take Graham, even though I think you do have a higher chance to fail with a corner." Yeah, I mean the cornerback definitely is a higher bust rate. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. No, I do think you're right, Glenn, where I think it's easier to plug in a defensive tackle and have him start immediately if you draft him in the second round than a corner in the second round. But I just don't think you can pass on a Mason Graham if he's available. Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. Rise and shine and shine. I think the one player we're all going to look back on this draft is Emeka Egbuka. Or however you say his name is. Listen, there's obviously a lot of players in this draft that I would love to have on the Miami Dolphins. That's why I don't think that we should sit still. I think that we should be movers and shakers. And as much as I love Will Johnson, I really do. I think that our best bet is to still trade down in the first, pick up an extra second, an extra third round draft pick that we can use as ammunition to move up to get back into the end of the first or get up to the beginning of the second round. Because then that in that scenario, we walk away with 2 elite players from this draft. 2 very elite players from this draft. Now I know Scotty says that he only has good morning, Scotty. He's just gonna talk about you. Scotty only has 12 people in this draft that are first round grades. But I think there is I think there's a good amount of players that are in a top tier, and then there's a considerable drop off after a certain point. And I think that drop off happens before pick 48 when we pick in the second round. But I think if we can move back up with Cleveland at the 33 pick or Jacksonville with the 36 pick, I think we can still get in there and get one of the top tier talents in this year's draft. Good morning, Craig. Good morning. Good morning. Shake, that's the beauty. There's going to be somebody that wants to trade. There's going to be somebody. Greer trades back just to trade up again. We did it before. Yeah, but I'm not going to trade. I want to trade back to the 23rd pick or somewhere around there, maybe with Green Bay. But I don't want to trade that pick away after that. I just want to I want to use one of my later round picks and move back up. That way we're getting almost 2 first round picks or at least a first round, a high second without giving up our pick at 48. I don't want to give up our pick at 48. I want to use whatever ammunition we get from trading down from 13 to 23 or 22. I want to use that and maybe some other picks. But yeah, let's not. And a lot of you guys, sometimes these mock draft things be messing up because there's so many damn ads. So bear with me. I don't know about if teams will be wanting to trade as much as they did in the past. Glenn, I'm not worried about someone wanting to trade. There's always someone ready to make a move. You know what I mean? There's someone ready to make a move at all times. There's always someone wanting to make a move. As it sits now, we're in good spot to fill out the D line. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to. I think we're going to be able to. Now, you again, take these mock drafts with a grain of salt. You know how they, none of them are going to look anything remotely close to what our actual draft is. That's just how it be. But I mean, they're fun to do. They're exciting. They give you hope about what your team could possibly look like. But yeah, again, bear with me. These mock draft sites have so many pop-ups, so many ads. So please try to bear with me. And we will try to bust it out, mean. Is there a prospect you trade the farm for? No. There's too many holes on this team. There's nobody that I trade. We need too many people. We need too many pieces. Watch Sanders drop down. Listen, Sanders can drop down all he wants. I hope Miami doesn't draft him. Frozen Fins fan. Listen, check out the Frozen Fins fan. He's got a nice podcast, man. He up there in Alaska. Go support him. Warm him up with your good feelings and your positive thoughts about this Miami Dolphins team. He says pop-ups make him want to commit toaster. He wants to take a toaster bath. Woo! Oh man. Yo, Frozen Fin Fan is an animal. He be out there with a bow and arrow, just a bow and arrow, like the Indians used to have hunting polar bears. He be out there hunting polar bears with just a bow and arrow, not even one of the fancy bows, just like a stick with a rope thing and a homemade arrows on the end of a stick hunting polar bears. My man be out there. They should give him a show on extreme wildlife, extreme survival in Alaska. Nah, my guy got a great show though. Make sure you check him out. But yeah, let's check it out. 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 That's not very big. What the? Let's. See. I'll make this bigger. All right. All right. Can everybody see it as good as they can? Glad we knocking out all 7. It goes fast. Because there's a lot of players at the end you can get. Can you all see it? All right. I know it's not perfect. All right, let's go. All right, let's start it up, baby. Here we go. It goes fast. Damn, can't even keep up. All right. I'm not going to make any trades for. That does us no justice. This is a mock draft. You know what I mean? All right. So since he wants to give us the 17th, the 3rd, we accept in this trade. We are trading back with Cincinnati to the 17th pick. And we bypassed Will Johnson there. We did bypass Will Johnson. Now, this is interesting. A lot of people, we're going to do a couple. So we're going to experiment. Washington wants to give us number 29 for the 17th. They want to give us their 2nd round, and they want to give us the 6th round. And we're going to reject this one. I'm going to accept this with Washington. And now, would I normally do this? Maybe not, but we're going to accept, and then we're going to go up here and pause. Pause. We're going to pause, and then we're going to try a trade. We're going to try to trade because right now we got the first pick in 20 and 29. We got number 248. We got number 261, number 381, number 398. What else we got? So let's say we trade this. Why you can't move down farther? See if Cleveland, boom. Oh, they want more than that. How come I can't use next year's picks? How come I can't scroll down? See, on my thing, I can scroll down. Damn it, all the hell. All right, let's go. Damn it. I don't know how to get to my other picks. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's send them a third next year. Oh. I swear to God, this damn thing. I can't get the move back up. What the frig? Damn it. Let's go. 3, 4. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Yo, I just don't know why I can't scroll down. Oh, there we go. They're what the freak? Screw it. I'm not playing this stupid game. All right, on pause. Yeah, I already don't like this draft. Damn it all. Reject. Reject. All right, let's see who we got available. Interior offensive line. Gray Zabel still available. Walter Nolan. Malachi Starks. Harrison. I'm going to take Walter Nolan in this one. We're going to have to do the draft, the trades in the next one, because I know that I can fiducial that one. Reject, bad trade. So on us again. We got Xavier Watts available. Morris. Who we got? Offensive tackles. Some that I like. Interior. All right. I'm going to go Benjamin Morris here, cornerback, Notre Dame. He's got great potential. It's just his injury history. What is these bullshit picks they're trying to give me? They want me to trade back super far. No. All right, it's on us again. Interior offensive line. Offensive tackle. We got an edge. Safety. Linebacker. Interior offensive line. Sawyer safety. Move. I'm gonna double dip at defensive tackle there. Reject. 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 StreamYard. You take Emory Jones. Reject. Why not? Reject. All right, let's see who we got. Current interior of the line. Oh shit. It's a gunner helm. Sorry, I can't see all your stuff. No, I wasn't going to trade out the first round, Glenn. I was going to trade it to the second round. Sorry, I can't see all your things while I'm doing this. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna double dip at the safety position. Or what was that? No, that's first safety we took. Shoot. We don't need no more picks. We got enough picks since I ain't trading all away. StreamYard. We checked out Castro yesterday, so now I am going to double dip at the safety position. Oh, that was our first bad. Castro, they don't like Castro. They do not like Castro. Grab Willie Lampkin. I know it's a stretch, but I like Willie Lampkin a lot. They only gave us a C for that, but I think that's well above a C grade. I think it's well above a C grade. Back. We're gonna grab Damian Martinez. We need another running back. Where's this damn thing's in the way? StreamYard. Quarterback. Grab another receiver. Grab Nick Nash. Grab Kyle McCord from Syracuse. Let's go ahead and grab an edge. A lot of picks, folks. A lot of picks. Grab Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame, linebacker. Again, I can't see your comments right now. We got a lot of picks, though. We got a lot of picks. We're gonna grab. We have so many picks. We're gonna grab a Rondé Gadsden Jr. too, just for the hell of it. Grab our boy Clay Webb that we've talked about. So many picks. You know, you've heard me talk about Raheem Sanders, Rocket Sanders. All right, folks. The draft is complete. So we got Walter Nolan in the first at 29. That gave us an extra second round. We got Benjamin Morris, corner from Notre Dame. We got another defensive lineman, Williams. So we got two stud defensive tackles. Emory Jones to play either tackle or guard. Gunnar Helm at the tight end position. And then, of course, I'm not going to be able to scroll the freak down because I'm illiterate with the freaking computer. Literally illiterate with the computer. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I don't know why it makes it so difficult. Why isn't there just a little tab over there for me to scroll down? I mean, you guys seen who I got. Jesus Christ. We don't have enough. Listen, he wasn't there. I got him in another one. Glenn, we got starters. What are you talking about? We got 2 defensive tackle starters. We got a corner starter. Morris is a top 3 or 4 corner in this league or in this draft. We got a starting safety. We got 4 starters. I mean, 10 of them can't be starters, Glenn. 10 of them can't be starters. 10 of them can't be starters, Glenn. Where's the right camera? I gotta go through all these. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we hit up. I feel like we got decent players in that mock draft. I think our worst graded person was Gunner is a bad pick with all the running back with all his running back depth. Well, Michael, I planned on trading back up. That was the thing, but I'm not very experienced with that mock draft thing. Like there ain't no things to scroll up and down. I got to get me a mouse. I got this little clipboard thing that doesn't do me justice. But I was going to trade back up. You'll see. We're about to do another one right now. We're about to do another one right now. I did one earlier and it was absolutely sick. StreamYard. Yeah, but we're about to do another one. Give me Scattaboo. I want a short distance guy who reminds me of Marshawn Lynch. Listen, Raheem Sanders is dominant in short, down and short distance. Dominant. Raheem Sanders. Thank you. Listen, it's not an exact science. You're gonna miss out on some people. You're not gonna be able to. You can't make everybody happy, but we're gonna do it again right now. We gotta do it again, and hopefully we can make some trades this time. All right. Can you all see that? Can you guys see that good enough? All right. Let's get her done. All right. StreamYard. Dolphins. Enter draft. Damn pop-ups. Start draft. Let's go. Travis Hunter, number 1. Carter, number 2. Sanders, number 3. Graham, 5. Ward, 6. Banks, 7. Will Johnson, 8. Shamar Stewart, 9. Membu, 10. And we're on the clock. The Broncos want to give us 20 in their second, and Mike McGlinchey, offensive tackle. The Bills want us to trade all the way down to the 30. They want to give us their first next year third, and Deion Dawkins, which Deion Dawkins is a good player. He's a pretty good player. And the Cowboys, no. But I'm gonna take this one because I want that. I want that second round pick next year, I want that second round pick this year. So we're gonna trade back with the Broncos to 20. Will Johnson was already off the board too. No other trade offers for us. So we're going to come over here and we're going to try and make a trade since we weren't able to last time. Let's see. So we're going to take the Broncos 51st pick that they gave us. We're going to take these damn pop-ups. Oh, man. We're going to take our third, fourth next year. Third and fourth next year. And our second, fourth this year. StreamYard. Select the team. Oh, no. Just offer. Select the team. This damn freaking pop-up. Get out of here. It just won't go away. Cleveland Browns. Offer trade. Yes, sir. All right. So we made a trade there to get back to the second round. No, Cincinnati. We're not doing that. No. And no, New York Jets. So let's see what we can get. Let's see who is available. Defensive line, Walter Nolan, Cole, Kenneth, Nick Emery. You know where I'm going. I'm going big old Kenneth Grant. You're on the clock. I am. And guess who's still there? Nick Emery and Malachi Starks. Who you guys taking? Starks or Emery? Starks or Emery? I think Malachi's got more versatility. You say Nick, Emery. We got 2 votes, Emery. So let's go ahead and we'll scoop him up there. Listen, folks, if our first 2 picks are Kenneth Grant and Nick Emery, I feel like we're winning the draft already. Now, the only thing is this one doesn't got grades, which sucks. No Buffalo. No Dallas. All right, let's see who is available. And just night. I like Donovan Jackson a lot from Ohio State. Now, folks, this means that we're going to have to find a corner in free agency, or we're going to have to find a corner through a trade. We're going to have to find a corner through a trade or through free agency. Now, I'm going to show you something like, whether they would do it or not, and mind you, we don't have a lot of cap room. We got 21 million right now, but we could, and I know people don't want to do it, but we can negotiate, or we can redo Tua's contract. We can adjust it and save $19.5 million. And if this team wants to win this year, now I think we could get Calais to come back. I'm going to make a trade. Now, listen, keep an open mind. A lot of you are going to say, oh, we don't have the money, or, oh, that's stupid, or, oh, we shouldn't do that. If we want to compete for a world championship, a Super Bowl title, if we want to compete for one of those next year or this year coming up, if we want to compete for one of those coming up, trade our first and our fifth next year, Pat Surtain Jr. Boom. Boom. Now, I'm not going to look at the comments yet. I'm going to let you sit on it and think. Let y'all be mad for a minute, I guess, probably. Double dip at the safety position, Kevin Winston Jr. I like him a lot. I'm pounding the table, FLL. So taking the line doesn't adjust to contracts. Stark say no Deion Sanders. He ain't even no Sam Madison or Pat Surtain. Scotty says you're fired. Second and the fifth. Listen, I'm just talking about, that's the beauty of these mock drafts and stuff. It's just a little playing around. I'm going to grab this corner too. Jacob Parrish. I would take Pat Surtain. Listen, you add Pat Surtain, and we get our pass rushers back along with Kenneth Grant, Nick Emawari as safety. Man, oh man. I think, listen, we had a top 10 defense last year without Bradley Chubb, without Jalen Phillips, without a Patrick Surtain, without a Nick Emawari. We could have a top 3 defense. We could have a top 2 or 3 defense in the whole league. Defensive line. Yeah, running backs. Wide receivers. Matt Bryant, Nick Nash. So line. Tight end. It's a back. Linebacker. Edge. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to grab Nick Nash here. I like Nick Nash a lot. Yeah, Bonnie, listen, I don't think that they're really going to do something like that. I'm just, listen, there's so many mock drafts and none of them are going to hit none of them are going to hit the nail on the head. You know what I mean? So I said, let's just play around a little bit. Let's mess around. Why not? Why not use one of these mock drafts to have a little fun and play around? It's a line. Linebacker. Line. JJ Pegas, I'm going to take on the defensive line also. If we can get our offensive line, back to the way it was close to 2023, we can have a top 10 offense. I think with bringing over Pat Surtain and the moves that we were able to get in this draft, I think that, listen, I think we could compete for a Super Bowl. I really do. If Tua could stay healthy. Trade Hill, he's a cancer, I feel differently than that, but to each their own. Do you think with adding the people from this draft and trading for Patrick Surtain, that would make us a contender? In your eyes, would that make us a contender? Because I think it does. I really do. I think it does. I think with James Daniels from Pittsburgh, add another offensive guard to this offensive line. I think our offense gets back on track as long as Tua stays healthy. Again, we had a top 10 defense last year without Bradley Chubb, without Jalen Phillips, with Chop Robinson being a rookie, without getting anything from our safeties. So you're telling me we add Nick Emawari to the safety room. We add a big, strong defensive tackle that is an absolute monster in Kenneth Grant. And you know what? Calais Campbell is going to want to come back when he sees this roster. He's going to want to come back. He's going to want to come back. Miller, we struggled offensively because the offensive line was so bad. And defensive line, Cam Jackson, defensive back. Go grab Craig Woodson, another safety real quick. I mean, we've showed good offensive play, and our offense suffered last year because Tua was out. I mean, when Tua was in, let's not forget, when Tua played, we averaged right under 25 points a game. We averaged right under 25 points a game. So it's not like our offense was horrible the whole year. Our offense wasn't horrible the whole year. Did someone grab my boy Willie Lemkin? I've been watching for him. I didn't see him go. Must have, right? That hurts my heart. We still haven't grabbed a tight end, I don't think. Gonna grab Jackson Hawks for tight end. We need another tight end. Like our offense we averaged just under 25 points a game with Tua in the game. Yeah, but Glenn, listen, I'm not stressing safeties like that, but I mean, I think Nick Emery can be one of the best in the league. I mean, why not if you can get one of the best in the league and they're one of the, you know what I mean? You don't just pass them up because they're safeties. Running back. Gonna go Montez Johnson Jr. So we got Kenneth Grant, Nick Emery, Donovan Jackson, Kevin Winston Jr. from Penn State, Jacob Parrish, cornerback, Kansas State. We got wide receiver Nick Nash. Jesus. Nick Nash, defensive tackle JJ Pegas, Ole Miss, safety Craig Woodson, California, tight end Jackson Hawes from Georgia Tech, Montez Johnson Jr. from Florida. I think we came away with a pretty good draft. I think we came away with a pretty good draft. Where is my camera, baby? There we go. Kobe King squad 600 or near it. Get another defensive lineman. Yeah, we could have used another one. I'm not positive who Denver. Sorry, I clicked. Oh, actually, it's still here. Who did Denver take at 13? Jeez, I don't know if it's gonna let me scroll up that far. Let me see. Draft tracker round 1. Who did Denver take? Who did Denver take at 13? They took the wide receiver, Tat McMillan. They took Tat McMillan. Tat McMillan. Yeah, I mean, Will Johnson was already gone there, Glenn. So, you know, the only corner I think that you take in the first round is Will Johnson. I mean, obviously Travis Hunter, but Travis Hunter's going to be long gone. I'm just saying, if you want to go all in, go all in. Go get you a Patrick Surtain. If you're going to go all in, go all in. Stop with this half-ass all in. When the Rams went all in a couple years ago, they went out and got Jalen Ramsey. And guess what? They won a Super Bowl. Glenn says our safety tandem play was horrible. And I believe with Anthony Weaver, these two young guys will play better than last year. Yeah, I don't think that they're not an upgrade. I don't think Ashton Davis and Afitu Menifau are not upgrades. But you can't tell me that Nick Emawari is not an upgrade over them two. He's a big upgrade over those two guys. Oh yeah, Elwood, we did get McGlinchey. We did get McGlinchey in that trade too. So we got another tackle or guard. Yeah. I forgot about that, Elwood. Good call. Craig Tish says running back. Yeah, I would have liked to have gotten a better running back. But again, Nick Chubb's on the open market right now. Go grab him up. Go grab him up to get that 3rd and 2, that 3rd and 1. Go grab Nick Chubb. Again, if you're going all in, go all in. And that's kind of what I expected. You know, maybe maybe Stephen Ross did tell Chris Greer, listen, you can't touch shit. You can't do all this stuff. Maybe he did, and I get it. But I'm just saying, if you're going to go all in, go all in. Enough with this half-ass all in. Go all in. I mean, you're already paying all these guys an extreme amount of money. What's another 1 or 2 guys? If you can get 3-4 starters, which I think we did in this draft that we just did, I think that, and Calais comes back, which Calais sees a draft like that, he's going to come back. Both safeties are starting material. Ollie Gordon or Devin Neal. Yeah, I agree, Michael. I agree. I didn't see my boy Willie Lemkin go off the board, though. Like, that just kind of shocked me. I mean, Will Johnson doesn't be available at pick 13 very often in any of these mock drafts I do. DJ Giddens is better than both of them. So I don't think Will Johnson is going to be, I don't think he's necessarily going to be there for us. So then then what do you do, Glenn? What do you do? If the top corner's not there, what do you do? I think the only answer is to trade down and still get one of these top defensive tackles. Now, my favorite is obviously Kenneth Grant, but you're seeing that, you know, either Grant's fallen or Nolan's fallen or the kid from Ohio State's fallen or Harmon's fallen. There's one of those top defensive tackles available. Multiple are available from 20 to 30. We do it. We have 21 million right now. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they made a contract adjustment. Who did they adjust their contract? Zach Wilson's. They push half of Zach Wilson's money to next year, which is weird that they would do that unless they had a plan. What happens if you can't? What happens if you can what? Oh, what happens if they can't trade down? I mean, if you can't trade down, then you got to do what you got to do, Glenn. I mean, someone's going to want to move up, Glenn. There's going to be somebody that wants somebody. Somebody's going to need Jade Barron. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to need that top corner. And, some people might see Jade differently than I do. Shit, the Dolphins might see Jade differently than I do. I don't see Jade as a top end boundary corner, but Chris Greer might. So we might snatch Jade. For a trade, more than likely. Scotty says, I can explain Wilson, but still drive. Yeah, they want to move up and give you next year's pick or a fourth this year. Well, then they can sit right where they are, where they're at. They can sit right where they're at. I ain't moving off that pick for nothing less than a third. You got to come at least with a third this year. Michael, you talking about Jade? If you're talking about Jade, he can have all the bloodline he want, but unless that bloodline making him 2 inches taller and 15 pounds heavier, then I don't care about his bloodline. What up, Aqua? Let's hit that like button, please. Oh, Simone Bar. All right. My bad. Something. Oh, I listen. I forgot to talk about it yesterday. And again, love their content. Not dumping on them at all. I don't want it to be seen like that. But again, it blows my mind sometimes the things that people will say. Thank you, Elwood. That's good. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's take a look at a comment that was made yesterday. Actually, it was a poll put out. It was a poll put out by another Miami Dolphins content creator. And actually, with supporting reasoning behind it, that absolutely blows my mind. I might have even deleted it, actually. No, I think it's right here. All right. I'm not going to keep this up for long, though. Who should start week 1 for the Dolphins? Tua Tagovailoa or Zach Wilson? Who should start week 1 for the Dolphins? Tua Tagovailoa or Zach Wilson? Are you effing kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Why? Like, yo, people are delusional. Delusional. Like, how is that even a question in someone's mind? Is that a serious conversation people want to have? Like, but how can you even ask that? Like, how can you ask that? Like, how can that be how is that a topic of conversation? The thought wouldn't even enter my head that, you know what I mean? Like, I would never bring that to you guys and ask you that question because I respect your intelligence as Dolphin fans enough to know that my viewing audience would not say that they believe in any universe that this kid should start over Tua Tagovailoa. And you don't even got to be a Tua lover. You don't even got to be a Tua lover. But the fact that, come on. Scotty, yeah, that might be worse. Scotty, that might be worse. Skylar Thompson is literally the worst quarterback I've ever seen on this team. I would take Cleo Lemon over Skylar Thompson. I literally would take any other quarterback in the Dolphins have ever had on their team over Skylar Thompson. And I've seen a lot of bad Dolphins quarterbacks. I've seen Scotty, listen, I like I said, I don't agree with all his football takes. I just, you know what I mean? He's just a good person. He's been a good person to me. You know what I mean? He helps me out a great deal. You know what I mean? Like, who else would put me, you know, I got less than 700 followers. I got less than 700 followers. I'm not shit. I'm not shit. Like, I am literally not shit in this community. I'm not nothing. I got less than 700 followers. Yeah, he puts me on a segment that can be seen by 20,000 people. You know what I mean? He puts me on a segment that I can be seen by 20,000 people to give me an opportunity to grow. Listen, Miller, Skyler was that bad. What was it? Was it the Raiders game that they took Tua out and Skyler came in and like fumbled the snap and gave him the ball back immediately and Tua had to come back out? Was that against the Raiders? Skyler's that bad. Skyler is horrible. Horrible. Again, unless you're counting Marcus Vick as a quarterback for the Dolphins, Skylar Thompson's the worst I've ever seen. Worse than Sage Rosenfels. Worse than, man, I've seen so many. Tasty Red, not Skylar. It took Miami 3 years to evaluate Skylar. Yeah, Bonnie. Again, his football takes, some of them I can't get on board with. John Beck. John Beck's quarterback guru now. I can't. Ray Lucas. Listen, none of those guys are, you know what I mean? Skyler's not better than none of those guys, in my opinion. Not a one of them. Ray Lucas had some success with the Jets. Am I right? That's the whole reason we brought Ray Lucas in, because he had some success with the Jets. So he wasn't that bad. Gus Frerotte. Gus Farhat has success other places. Washington, you know what I mean? Gus Farhat was a way better quarterback than Skylar Thompson was. Yeah, I mean his takes can get out there, and sometimes he'll make a comment and he'll answer something both ways. That way, down the road, he can be right no matter how it plays out. You know what I mean? But all of us have our things. You know what I mean? I meant with I mean Skylar Thompson. What has he ever done with us? But what has Skylar Thompson done more than any of those guys? What has he done? Skylar Thompson's done no more than any of those guys. Yo, legit late. There was times last year where we struggled. Like it was hurtful to watch us try to get a first down. Not a touchdown. A first down. It was hard to watch. Like we were going quarters without first downs. And a guy that's been in the system for 3 years, you guys are naming guys that came in for a cup of coffee. Skylar's been here for 3 years. Come on, man. The guy's been here for 3 years. He can't run the playbook. Not to mention all those players you guys mentioned before. Did they have Tyreek Hills on the outside, Jalen Waddles on the outside? Hell no, they didn't. They was bad teams with bad players. They were bad. They were bad teams with bad players. They didn't have no Tyreek Hill, no Jalen Waddle, no Jonnu Smith, Pat White. All of them didn't have the weapon Skylar Thompson had, and none of them were here for 3+ years. Learning. And then he gets put in the game, and that's what happens. First off, Skylar Thompson was the second string quarterback. I feel like the second string quarterback should be able to score some points, get first downs at least. He was horrible. Well, he's gone. Good riddance. Hey, listen, if you like Skylar Thompson more than the other guys, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, Bonnie, thank you. I listen. I might not be as funny as TD, but I may be as entertaining. You might get scared for my sanity. Yeah, I mean, we've had some bad ones, that's for sure, Michael. You know what I mean? We've had some bad ones. Skylar's fresh on my brain, but Skylar's just as bad in my opinion as most of those guys are. Like I said, we're all gonna have our favorites of everything. You know, you have your favorite villains, you have your favorite players to hate, you have your favorite players to cheer for. We all got our favorites, and Skylar's my favorite player that disgusts me. So, my favorite player that disgusts me. All right, so we've broken down. Now we've broken down the offensive guards. We've broken down the defensive tackles. We've broken down the cornerbacks. We've broken down some safeties. What shall we break down next? Or what segments would you like to see next week? Again, this is a slow time of the year, folks. So bear with me. Just bear with me. I'm trying to make the show interesting and entertaining, but it is hard this time of year. It is hard this time of year, but football will be back soon. Football, what's on the show tonight? Oh, shit, I don't know. I don't know, Elwood. I forgot all about it, to be honest. Mike makes me want to wring his neck. Don't tell him I said this. He does not be putting the effort forth that I want him to put forth. And it drives me freaking crazy. I used to not, I don't know if any of you remember, you like baseball. There's just so many games. What up, Grandizer 12? Oh, yeah, everything's good. I hope everything's good with you. Fins up, baby. There's just so many games in baseball that they don't feel important on a daily basis. You know what I mean? 162 games. That's just so many games. So it's like you sit there and watch this long ass game and does it really have it's not a big deal if you win or if you lose. It's not a huge deal. I mean, when it gets down towards the end of the year and people are chasing the division leader and shit, it's more interesting. But at the beginning of the season, it's hard for me to get into it. It really is. Plus, all the players that I used to watch and love and know, they're all gone. And it makes it difficult. I play baseball on PlayStation 5. But yeah, Mike makes me want to wring his neck. He doesn't want to put the effort forth. I didn't even used to post on this channel really. I used to put all my effort into growing the channel with him, but then it just became difficult because he don't want to put the work in. And he was never as big a sports fan as I was, and I kind of needed him. Like, I was nervous to make a page, and I kind of wanted him and needed him to like be there as a support system. You know what I mean? Michael says too many foreign players. Yeah, I mean, good for them though. Good for them. They grow up in poor situations, and baseball's a way out for them. And they probably pick up a ball and bat as soon as they can walk. So of course, and it's only going to get worse, Michael. It's only going to get worse because kids don't go out and play anymore. Kids don't go out and play baseball and play basketball, or you know what I mean? They don't do that no more. They're in on their phones, they're on their tablets. Hello? Kids don't go out and play anymore. I told my kids to go, my son wanted to go to the movies this weekend. I was like, son, you're going to have to find something else to do. Like, I'm not giving you $50, $60 to go to the movies every week. You know what I mean? And my wife's like, well, what else is he going to do? I was like, go out and play. Go out and shoot some hoops with your friends. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Bonnie says, I find it hard to watch baseball when it gets close to the playoffs, regular season. I put it on when I want to take a nap. Yeah, I mean, once it gets towards the postseason, I'm cool with it. When the games start feeling like they matter. But at the beginning of the season, it's rough. It's really rough because there's just so many games, so many games. I really think they should cut down the season. We need another Matt Moore backup quarterback. Matt Moore might be my second favorite backup quarterback of all time. Can anybody guess my number one backup quarterback on the Miami Dolphins all time? Can anybody guess? Matt Moore is number two. Can anybody guess my all-time Dolphins backup quarterback? Elwood. So let's see. So we got the Bills, the Jets, the Patriots, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Saints, the Bucks, the Commanders, the Chargers. Damn, that's a rough schedule at home. That's a rough one at home, bro. We got a tough schedule this year. That is a rough schedule. Hoo-wee. I would say the Saints game looks good. That's the one game on there that I feel like looks like, you know what I mean? Damn, that's a rough schedule. That's a rough schedule. Uh, That's a rough schedule, huh? Grandizer, just an idea, Big C. If you're looking for content to fill till the draft, why? What's up? Running backs next, Greg. We can do that. I think maybe the Saints game. Maybe I'll try to circle that one. I probably will come down. I'll probably try to support the AFC East roundtable. They'll probably do the Dolphins, Jets, in Miami this year again. So I'll probably try to come down for that. Oh, Miller said Chad, Marino, Henny. No, Marino wasn't. I mean, Marino backed up his first year. Nope. Bernie Kosar. Dan Marino's back up. Bernie Kosar, that luscious locks he had. Former Cleveland Browns great. Bernie Kosar was my dude. But all right, we'll get up out of here, Jim Jensen. Yeah. We'll get up out of here. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you Monday. Make sure you hit that like button. I guess we'll be breaking down running backs Monday morning. Hopefully some Chris Greer gets something going, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you for coming through, and we'll see us again soon. I love y'all, and you know what it is. Fins up. Oh, tonight at 8, I think. Elwood. Forgot. I keep forgetting, brother. All right. You know what it is. Fins up. Peace.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing